que ocho. I knew you was a vulture. Holy Ghost.
Yo.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. With fall around America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds.
And that drive stretch is insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A pop-back stranger. This is I pick today.
Mahomes now on first down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now, these two quarterbacks in this one, Mahomes and Watson, so much in common. Drafted 2 picks apart from one another in 2017. Mahomes going 10th to Houston. Both Pro Bowlers early in their careers, of course. And Mahomes has the MVP and the Super Bowl ring, so he kind of has the leg up to this point. Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing in on 2nd down. Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. For the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year. In the divisional round, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally, you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field as those Chiefs rallied back to win one of 3 times in those playoffs where they trailed by double digits and came back to get the victory. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes
Shit.
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. snap for Watson, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy. He's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. At the 30, quickly to Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 24, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
No! It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground.
Chris Jones is truly a force, and it doesn't matter what uniform he's going to have on. If he's on that double and triple team. And in 2018, the first player in NFL history to have a sack in 11 straight games. And while he didn't play all 16 in 2019, still had 9 sacks on the season and was an absolute beast during the playoffs. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks, keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. It's now.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again is Watson. Escaping the pressure. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Operating from the gun, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
It's sad they pay me. I'll do this for free.
Touchdown, Houston.
Pass.
Brandon Cooks, 44 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Chiefs nothing. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touch, is on to kick it away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson steps away to his left. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out right. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Watson. He'll find Lindsey here. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. And This is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's Lindsay. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a
Yo,
loss.
comment some things I need to change up.
Operating from the gun. Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
The fuck song is this?
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Watson off play action.
Fucking Chris Jones.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 1st and 10.
Catch there by Brandon Cooks. It's hard to believe that he's on his 4th team in 5 years because he's produced everywhere that he's been. Houston hoping to see the Brandon Cooks that they saw in New Orleans, in New England, and in Los Angeles. 2019, though, was his first year under 1,000 yards since 2014. He's looking for a bounce back.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Okay, you got through.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Comment something I need to change up on offense and defense, please.
And the Texans will
Cause
add
fucking
on to their lead.
40 extra points.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Callaway, the return man. And up to about the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
13-yard line.
I'm not even proud.
The The Texans offense ready to go here
It
for their
was
next
7-7
drive.
right
This
now.
offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive,
Fucking play.
they've got to be a little
Fucking
weary.
miss a wide
Yeah, I
open
would agree
play.
with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. From the 16, Watson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chris Jones, his second sack of the night. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is fielded at the 27. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Desmond King picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
After the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes going deep for Hill.
Dude,
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And he's got it up and through. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Why is my kicker's thing going slow?
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. Turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
Thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
11 on the play. First down, Houston.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's taken down. A cheap sack. Chris Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
from the gun. Watson. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald.
Watson's pass.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Watson on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll begin by running the option. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
At the 31-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, a quick slant to Hill. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up 3rd.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Makes it 3rd and
on 3rd down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So give them the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
It's now 3rd and
Bill Bison, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker, the kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that and a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Desmond King picks it, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
They'll start with the option.
And he's got a 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Being chased out left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 23.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
15 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Mahomes now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now, Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
Tonight's final score, Texans 21.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Texans, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next.